Bape built one of the most legendary streetwear brands using this marketing strategy that nobody fully understands. I stole it and applied it to my clients' brands, and we made over 100,000 this quarter using this exact same psychology. And here's the crazy part. A couple of years ago, I was trying to figure out how Bape, Supreme, Cortez could literally just drop a tee or a hoodie or whatever they drop and just sell out instantly. So by the end of this video, you'll exactly know how Bape operates and the strategies they've used to build a cult-like following. When I first started working with clothing brands 3 years ago, most of my clients were struggling to sort of figure out how we can actually sell out completely on our products the first day we drop. So what I did is I became obsessed. I studied everything in terms of Bape's products, ranging from camo hoodies, the shark zips, but also the psychological triggers they've used in their marketing strategy to build a literal cult-like following that we know today in 2025. And when we sort of first applied these strategies to our client's brand, like the results were fucking insane. And lucky for you today, since I've done the research for 5 months, right, I'm just going to show you step by step on how this can actually apply for your brand specifically. I will be breaking down the whole Bape blueprint, simple 5-step phases where you can apply to your brand to literally just create a cult-like following. With that being said, let's get to it. Okay, let's get straight into it. This is going to be extremely value packed, so take notes, get your pencil ready, whatever it is, right, to take notes with, and we'll get it started. So the Bape blueprint, okay, as I said before, there are 5 phases, okay? I'm going to run you down step by steps and then actually see how it can practically apply for your brand, because anybody that's actually watching this, I understand you're a small brand. We're not like Bape yet, okay? So let's see the logistics of actually applying this strategy for your brand specifically as well. Phase 1 is what I like to call scarcity by design, okay? So let me explain. Most brands, when they see demand going up, they actually crank out more product, okay? What Bape did is the exact opposite, okay? They kept supply low on purpose. So let's just think logically, right? If you have a product that's doing well, right, in your mind is, okay, let's just drop more of that product, right? Let's keep stocking it up, right, and keep running it, right? You might have a winning product, let's just say, that you're running on ads, right? Your logical mind, which I 100% understand, is, hey, let's just keep stocking your products up back and back and back again, right? And just keep having that infinite pool. The thing you gotta realize is your product is going to have the most value when it first drops. The more time it's out on the market, the more value it loses, okay? It's that simple. So let's just say your product's been out for a month compared to a product that's been out for 5 years. The product that's been out for a month, the value is going to be far greater than the product that's been out for 5 years, okay? And when we sort of get back to the perceived value of a cost, right, especially that, the new product is going to be far more valuable. Again, the 2 strongest words marketing, free and new. So never flood the market, okay? Instead, create control scarcity. Again, I'm not saying that product just disappears, right? No, you want to create something called a control scarcity, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how you do it. Number 1 is to keep dropping individual product drops, work out variations until you actually find the winning product, okay? Before, you apply the control scarcity, you at least want to have a product where you can actually sell out by itself, okay? Once you find a winning product in your brand, even if you only sell to 30 people, only if you sold 15, that's sold out in your market, in your niche, you want to stop supplying, okay? And what I mean by that is you want to leverage that the product is actually sold out instead of keep supplying the product to your small market, because the smaller it is, they're not going to care as much, okay? So number 3, to here, post-drop process is very important. You want to make top of funnel real content even after your product has sold out, okay? Create attention, create demand through your top of funnel real content, right? Through your product that's been sold out, okay? That might sound weird, okay? Make a high quality feed. On number 4, make a high quality feed post, not selling, but actually pushing out the notion of the product is now sold out, okay? What this actually does is, number 1, your brand becomes the lead authority, okay? And number 2, we're giving so much more, value towards your brand, not just a product. You have to realize the top of funnel content, putting attention, putting demand towards your branded product to a sold out product, it creates so much more value towards the brand and the overall product, okay? If you see attention, if people see attention to a product that they can't personally get or buy, right, your value of the brand just goes up tremendously, okay? So That's what I mean by scarcity by design. Phase number 2 is cultural tastemaker. Okay, in the beginning, Bape didn't run ads or chase random influencers. Okay, they got their clothes on the right people. Okay, Kanye, Pharrell in the US, etc., etc. Okay, like amazing influencers. Okay, starts with people that your community actually looks up to. Okay, we don't waste money. This is the biggest bottleneck I see. People just wasting money on influencer deals that don't even relate to anything. Okay, on huge celebrity collabs. Instead, we see products to micro influencers inside specific subculture niche. Okay. Number 1, we need to establish the ability to find the perfect micro influencers. Number 2, as a brand owner, you need to be in the position where you know and understand your niche back and forth in order to find the perfect micro influencers. Okay, Bape understood that, Bape achieved it. Okay, most of these micro influencers are on IG. Okay, especially in 2020. If we don't know our custom ICP, our USP, our UVP, right, how are we going to find these micro influencers? That is actually in our subculture, sub niche. Okay, so work backwards in that. Okay, so don't send out your products to random influencers because that actually matters and that actually taints your brand's branding. Okay, so only send out products to the right influencers. Super important. Cool. Phase 3 is the iconic brand identity. Bape's camo, the shark hoodie, the ape logo, love it or hate it, it's quite frankly instantly recognizable, right? You might love Bape, you might hate Bape, like to them it just doesn't matter. Like we still recognize the brand no matter what, and that's what is amazing about branding and the brand and what I'm about to go through, the iconic brand identity. So, number 1, your product design needs to be in the position where it is easily identifiable, okay? Developing a signature element. This does not have to be a design. It can be a certain wash, a unique cut, detail in every product, okay? It does not have to be a design. Okay, so why is this important? Okay, when customers can recognize your piece from literally across the room, okay, that's actually when you start building a cult following. You have to realize there are so many clothing brands out there, but if someone can recognize your brand through a unique element that is featured in every single one of your products, right? It could be a logo, it can be a wash, doesn't matter what it is, right? Then that's how you know you sort of stand out from your niche, okay? Very important. This may be simple in terms of brand identity, right? Logo, the patterns, right? The camera pattern, it's so famous. Everybody knows it, right? It's super, super, super famous, okay? So when you're actually going about designing your product, think about this element, okay? What can I replicate on every single design? It doesn't have to be, just because you release a hoodie and you release a coat, right? It doesn't have to be the same exact material, okay? What small element can be featured in your product to make that repeated process and to be actually identifiable in the public setting, okay? Super important, okay? Phase 4 is collaboration. I mean, Bape Supreme, right? Especially Bape, they've mastered collaborations, and similar to the influencer stuff, they've mastered the perfect collaboration at the perfect time, okay? Adidas, Marvel, Pepsi, Hello Kitty, these collabs expanded the reach and borrowed credibility from bigger names, okay? Main thing I want you to understand is you have the ability to steal other audiences, okay? And I'm not saying you have to collab with Adidas, okay? That's probably not going to happen, okay? Instead, what I want you guys to do is collab with local artists around your niche creators, or even other micro brands, right, that sell similar stuff. The point is, when you combine 2 audiences, you instantly look bigger than you are. You have to understand, if we make the right collaborations with artists, niche creators, number 1, they're providing us creatives, right, which is basically the brand's fuel. But we'll also have the opportunity to steal the audience, because if let's just say an artist, right, wears your product for a collab, right, their audience, the artist's audience, trust the artist, and if the artist trusts you, that means that audience is going to trust your brand. So you've just gained another audience, and in another word, we've basically just stole the audience, okay? So, very, very essential, okay? Phase 5 is what I like to call lifestyle positioning, okay? Bape never just sold clothes, okay? Even, you're probably going to be like, Daniel, they sell clothes, what do you mean, okay? They sold a lifestyle. Okay, toys, furnitures, accessories. They made the brand feel like a whole culture. And I'm not telling you that you need to sell toys, furniture, accessories. Okay, this creates a lifetime of loyal customers. If you create a brand that sells a whole culture rather than just clothes, this creates a lifetime of loyal customers, and they will keep buying from you over and over and over again. Okay. You need to be in the position to develop an ecosystem from the content you post to the pieces you drop. Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain to you the quick ecosystem framework they've specifically used. So, number one, right, listen here. Consistent story and aesthetics. Okay, every product should reinforce the same vibe. This is super important, especially when you're first starting out. Same font, same creative style. Okay, example, if your brand is rooted in vintage motocross, every design, every shoot, every piece of content should feel like that world. Okay, people buy into a story, not just a hoodie. Number two, multiple entry points, products, price levels. Okay, not everyone can drop $150 in a hoodie, but they might just buy a sticker, hat, accessory, keychains, lighters, socks, phone cases. These become gateway products into your brand's world. Even if they earn this $30 item piece, they're into it well and they're involved, right? And I can guarantee you, if you do this right, they're going to buy the higher ticket products later, okay? Number three is community touchpoint. Build places where your customers talk to each other, not just with you, right? Examples, private Discord and school community, local meetups or pop-ups, right? Even Instagram close friend stories. Bape had their heritage cuisine. You can replicate this digitally, okay? Very simple. Number four is content as culture, okay? Don't just product shots, don't just post product shots, post a lifestyle your brand represents, okay? Behind the scenes, studio clips, music playlists, mood boards, even short films, right? Content should make people sort of feel like they're actually living the brand before they even buy, okay? Okay, lots of the emotional stuff that Bape has mastered. Number five is reward, okay? We always want to reward our people, right? That's the community, right? Make your best customers feel like part of the family, okay? Early access, exclusive drops, thank you gifts, right? Hidden products on the site. This turns customers into everyone who lives in the lifestyle daily. Just because they buy your clothes, that's not, no. We need more touch points, we need more rewards, treat them like family, etc., etc. Okay, super important. So, there you have it. That's the exact Bape blueprint playbook that we've helped our clients to generate six-figure results. Now, hope you guys got some value out of this. If you're actually serious about scaling your clothing brand, okay, I did put this into a framework sheet, so it's more of a visual appeal, so you can actually just plug and play towards your brand. If you want it, just DM me Bape on Instagram and I'll hook you up for free. If you have any questions, feel free to just give me a message on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the bio below, right? I'm pretty active on there. I'll answer you personally if you have any questions. So ask me a question about your brand and I got you.